All right guys, today we are working an all-round upper body session. This is one of the most important upper body days I'll do because we're going to hit all the major planes of movement. We're going to bulletproof the shoulder joint, build mass stability, mobility around these joints, most importantly, but also we're going to get an awesome pump. We're going to rip up the chest, the back, the shoulders, the bis, the tris. We're going to get a massive pump. We're obviously only doing one session to hit the whole body, so we're not going to get a lot of time on any major muscle group. So what we're going to do is do a max set, pause for 10 seconds-ish, and then go again for a little superset max, or kind of like a pause set. So we're going to start every session like we always do, with a nice, smooth, soft breathing pattern. We're just going to do 5-5. In for 5, out for 5, and what I want you to focus on is a diaphragmic breath, not a Dantian breath. We're going to breathe nice and wide, forward, back. So I want you to expand the entire rib cage, but I also want you to try and expand the belly as well, which is where the Dantian is, with the energy center. So belly, chest, the whole thing, and then on the way out, I want you to squeeze through the core to breathe the air out, and that's going to create a third engine of chi, wake up the energy lines of the body, and get us flowing. So let's find your own pace here. I'm not going to count you today. You can find your own count. Find a nice posture, shoulders back but relaxed. In through the nose is preferable. Let's go. Belly and flared ribs. Once you get the rhythm of that and it's on autonomic or automatic, should I say, just really enjoy the zen, the nothingness. A lot of background noise today, ocean, wind, seagulls. Hopefully it's relaxing, we'll say. Hopefully you can, I'm getting in a super zen state from just doing this breath by the ocean. It's so tranquilizing. Tranquility is a better word. Calming. We're just going to tilt the neck left to right, right ear to right shoulder, left to left. Keeping the shoulders in a good position. Be aware of where that shoulder joint sits, and the posture. Keep the same smooth breathing. Open up those traps. Forward and back. Chin should tap the chest all the way back. Keep the shoulders in a nice position. And circles. So with our circles, nice and slow, really exaggerate that chin down. Graze it, keep it down, really pull wide. Loosen up the neck. Speed it up a little if you're feeling comfortable, and roll the shoulders back. Small circles, large circles, forward, back. nice and open. From here, we're going to take a deep breath up, nice and tall. Press the fingers together, push up as high as you can. Wiggle even higher, 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 higher. Stretch. Keep the core engaged so we're nice and straight and the lats aren't working. We're loosening up the shoulders. And then on the exhale, we're going to breathe and come forward. Same thing, crawl forward as far as you can. Further, further, further. Keep the hips planted. Breathe wide. And floating back up. Reaching up nice and tall, laterally high. Point and reach. And this time as we come down, we're going to go behind, linking the fingers, open the chest and heart. Looking up just slightly. Deep breath, 2 of them. And circle those shoulders a little while in this position. And relax. Creating a bit of wind. Lateral, 45, high. This is really good for the activation, back and front side. You can probably feel this. All the little muscles, turning them on, getting them active to protect the shoulder joint. Up high, this can be a little awkward. You can feel a little, I feel uncoat. And twist and turn. Rotate the shoulder joint as well. And shake it out, get nice and loose. We're gonna come into our first yoga flow. Sand is terrible for yoga. I'm not gonna try and sugarcoat it. So what I'm gonna do is use the mat for a little bit for yoga, and then I'm gonna use the weights barefoot and really get the anti-inflammatory benefits and antioxidant benefits of being in the ground or being in the earth. But to start with, coming down, starting in a nice deep child pose. Hips should touch the heels, and then we roll forward. Drop the hips, open up. Nice and easy, open up the lower back. Don't overdo it if you've got lower back issues. Roll at your own speed. Work that roll. Find your glide. Open the chest and heart, head nice and high and long, neck long, not crunched. Opening up. On the last one, we'll come off the feet, or off the knees should I say, into a nice upward dog and float to down. And we just roll between these two. Sink the breath. Try and get the breath to follow the movement. Tricky to do while I'm talking. Breath follows the movement, or does the movement follow the breath? Chicken before the egg. And in that down dog, we're going to float that left foot up nice and tall and come forward into our pigeon. Opening up the pigeon, we're going to do a little bit of an upper body here, opening the left hand to the sky. You'll get a nice twist through the thoracic, shoulders, lats. Oh, feeling a really tricky twist today, which I love. Deep breath, reach to the sky. Love doing this out in nature, oh my God. So good. And other side, down dog. Right leg glides up, reaches, floating into our pigeon. Opening up, right hand to the sky. We get that twist. Head follows the hand. This can feel quite uncomfortable, which is why I like it. Really tight today through the shoulders and lats. I've been back surfing and I'm in Huntington here. Boxing a lot, so a lot of compression here. And I'm on the computer all day. So this is a really important session for me. And if I just do a lot of mobility in yoga, I don't get bulletproof shoulders. I need the strengthening component as well. Back to child pose. Floating back up to our first plank. Nice and high. Engage the core, tuck the tailbone. And we're gonna do some shoulder circles here. Make sure the core doesn't dip like this. It's a core activation exercise as much as shoulders. The arms stay straight. A lot of strength and mobility of the shoulder joint here. And then we can just go up and down, little shoulder push-ups. You may even start to shake and relax. Even though we're not going to spend a lot of time on hard surfaces, we will do the wrists a little bit, so turning them facing the knees upside down, rocking forward and back, and forward and back, facing forward. Now just keep switching. Really nice flow for the wrists, forward and back. And then facing out, left to right. Upside down, left to right. And you can go no rules as well. Whatever you feel, roll around on them and shake them out. Activating the fingers hard as we can, in and out. Get them active. Get them nice and warm. And we're going to do a similar thing with the shoulders, much easier in tabletop. Down and up, high as we can. And see, I'm going to do it hunched, up and down, and then back, up and down. Hunched, up and down, back, up and down. So kind of just moving my shoulder position forward and backwards just a little, up and down, up and down. We can do some large circles as well. If you want to spend any extra time on these, press pause. Just can feel really nice circles. Straight arms. A lot of people bend and get that unco kind of thing happening. We don't want that. Roll around the neck a little here as well, in this position. And then I'm going to do the dancing cat-cow. Twisting and turning, rolling the hips, the shoulders. Exaggerating that cat-cow. And relax. From here I'm going to thread the needle, open up past center, all the way to the sky, all the way through. Hands to the sky, behind the lower back, external rotation of the shoulder. 2 deep breaths into the rib cage. And again. And switch. Left hand comes up like I'm swinging a golf club all the way through. Hand comes to the sky, external rotate inside my thigh, 2 deep breaths. And floating out, hands wide. I'm gonna draw a U with my sort of my shoulders. Open up that chest. Pressing the chest towards the floor is gonna deepen that stretch. Oh, crack. Crack. I love this opener. You can spend a little longer in there if you like, if it's feeling really good along those pecs. Across the pecs, should I say. And wiggle it out. You can just do hands forward on the floor. You can use the dumbbells as a prop here. Similar to a puppy pose, so hips around the knees. And I'm going to press the shoulder blades towards the floor, looking up. Stretch out those shoulders. You can do this on the edge of a couch, bench. You can even do this on your elbows as well. Deep decompression of that shoulder. Oh, great exercise. And relax. I'm kind of flowing between yoga and mobility in one today. Just for sequencing, I like it better while we're focused on it. From here in tabletop, we're going to do the circles forward and back. So I'm pinking to the sky, keeping the arm as close to the body as I can, trying to keep my torso straight, not twisting and opening. Work mobility of that shoulder joint. Just keep going. 5 one side, 5 the other. Slow. Deepen that range of motion. You want to make this harder? Go up against a wall and it will force that arm into a much more difficult mobility exercise. Beautiful. One hand behind the head, open to the sky, tap the forearm. Open up further and further with each one. Past the sky. You should be able to get to 180 degrees. And floating to the other side. You'll notice any imbalances here, which is a great aspect of the exercise. Thumbs on the shoulders, circles forward and back. Should feel quite nice. you can exaggerate the elbows up, the better. And shake it out. From here, we're gonna float back to down dog, float through plank, up dog, glide back. Plank, up dog, down dog. Plank, up dog, down dog. Plank, up dog, down dog. Hold in plank, float to the left if you can, floating one leg up. The shoulder should be above the hand. We're gonna hold for 20. Press away, the hand should be active. Press away from the ground. Create space around the shoulder joint, strengthening that whole region. And floating over to the other side, straight into it. Hand or shoulder should be directly over that hand. If you can float, do so. And relax, find zen. No compression on the wrist or the shoulder. And relax, shake it out. So we've done a little bit of work on the front side. We want to work the back just a little as well. So we're going to come into a reverse crab reach and float. Switching nice and high, bringing that hand all the way to the arm. Get that shoulder strong in that extended position. We've worked flex, we've worked side. Now we need it strong in this position as well. And then we'll do a stretch in this extended position next as well, just to balance it out. So we're always trying to work the joint through flexion, extension, rotation, any abduction or lateral movement. And we want to strengthen it in those same planes as well. And floating down, hands go back, hands facing backwards, and we just crawl forward until we feel a really deep stretch. Watch your elbows here. Floating back forward now, coming into our down dog. We're just going to go into a little bit wider, a one-arm dog for 10. And switching, other arm. And floating down. A little bit of strengthening now. We're going to come into a Hindu push-up. So a little bit wider with the feet. Scoop up. Drop your hips there if you need to. If not, don't. 10. So that's down for 2. Drop their hips when you run out of strength. Just here, you can drop all the way. If not, float. Build that upper body strength. Really good to work the joint through that dipping motion. And whenever you're down, resting in child pose, hands forward, reach long. Reset the breath, nice and deep. I'm gonna lose the mat now. And get the benefits of earthing, grounding. Another deep breath. Jump straight to weights today. So a little bit of a different flow. Simply today, because we're really about stabilizing the joint, we're going to do a little bit less cardio and a little bit less animal flow and really exaggerate that joint stabilization and get these rock solid shoulders. So first exercise, you can do this up here, engage the core, 90 degrees, eye level, rotate in and out. So just getting the joint at 90 degrees, strong wide, strong here, and rotating. Core on. Eye level at the very lowest. Really strengthen that shoulder joint. If it's too painful to go so wide, you don't have to go all the way. Another 3, 2, and relax. Open, close. Rotation in, rotation out. Shake it out, get loose, get nice and soft. Nice little stabilize, that really turns on the posterior. When a lot of people press, they just tend to bounce on the front. That forces on the full 360. One of my favorite exercises to engage, get nice and strong before we prep. So we're gonna start with, I was gonna start with the chest. We're gonna go chest, back, shoulders, which is gonna really burn, then we're gonna hit the arms. All right, so chest, we're gonna do a 90-degree push-up, first one. We've done this if you've been training with me before. All we do is go down for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it 90 degrees, 4, 3, 2, 1, and press up nice and strong. You're gonna do as many as you can, and then go down to the knees for as many as you can. Let's go. And your own count, strict count. Feel the pump, feel the lats work, chest. You should feel the veins, like I'm getting quite vascular blood flow here. You want to feel the chest, lat, the whole body is working together to protect the shoulder joint. Breathe. Make sure your core nice and strong, it's not dipping as well. Max out, whatever that is for you. And then no rest, straight into it from your knees. Same thing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Press, straight back down. 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. You might feel a little bit weak around the rear delts. Great, we want that to turn on. Should be a whole pump upper body. Chest, arms, lats. Make sure you engage the lats. Keep going until you've done your max and max on your knees. And if you need to pause because you're still going, you can. But otherwise, just loosen up. Decompress that compression. So what we've done here is normally when we push up, we just kind of burn out the tendon and the chest goes on and off. We should have the chest on, lat on. You're under tension the whole way and you're having to explode concentrically. Very, very tough exercise to do. Now, to work a little bit of that lateral work, we're gonna go push up, full range, into a side plank. Now, if you can, you're gonna come into a star and get the whole body engaged. We're gonna do a max set, same thing, max off the knees, then do them on the knees into the side plank as a max. Let's go. You can go full range, but make sure you're contracting and not just bouncing on that tendon. Breathe, float. Hopefully you can get to a star motion. Really strengthen the core and the hips. And then when you're done, knee, star, knee, star, knees, star, knees, and so on. Max and max. Burnout set. This is the last straight chest exercise we get. We're not doing a lot of chest. And when you're done, have a little breather, decompress. Actually, this is a good one as well. Arms forward, circles. Just want to get that shoulder joint. And then you can even do, like we did before, wide, frontward. Just a little activation. This will burn out your joint. You stabilize a little more. It's going to limit your power of this exercise, but that's okay. And relax. Now we're going to transit into moving in towards the back. So we're going to do a renegade row. 90-degree push-up, slow and controlled. Row left, down. Row right, and so on. So watching me, if you need an explainer, just do it with me. Let's go. Max out set. Push up, 90-degree, row left. 90-degree, row right. Core activation is crucial. Slow motion, not too fast. You'll Get a nice pump here, squeeze that dumbbell all the way in to the shoulder. And you know the drill. Once you max out, we go back to the knees. Same thing. Row. A lot of time under tension if you go slow. Even on my knees right now, slow in the sand, super difficult. So that is a third max set. Brutal. But when we're doing it slow and controlled, we're not loading the joint. The muscle should be feeling like more cooked, more burnt out than it ever has. It's going to recruit back and create more activation, it's going to recruit more muscle fibers to kind of contract and lock around the joints. This next one, we're going to do a beast row with a 90-degree hold. So what we're going to do, watching me, nice straight back. So we go 1, 2, 3, we go into 90 degrees, 1, 2, 3, 4, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, alternates. Alternates a lot easier. We're going to do another max out. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're not feeling a burn in that contraction, you're not squeezing the lats hard enough. So it should not be an easy exercise. We're not just bending and hanging like this. The body is level, hard on sand. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm squeezing that lat as hard as I can. And like before, when you need to, drop to those knees. And when you need to, you just drop. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If it's too easy, you maybe aren't contracting hard enough, your core's not level, or the weight's just too light. And relax. We're gonna do another set of rows, but we're gonna do it from upright. Get the core engaged, leaning forward, slight bend in the knees, flat back, hinging at the hips. We're just gonna rep out, pretty quick reps, but to 90, just to there, 90, 90. Max out, no rest, just moving the whole time. No rest at the top or bottom.
Back to a place called home.
Tuck that chin, watch your back if you can. You can have a slight curvature as long as the core's on. I'm going backwards at like 45 degrees here. And just keep repping that out. Engage that core. Lats on, core on, hinging at the hips. And have a little breather. Decompress where you need to. I like this little internal rotation of the shoulders. Those wrists, a little roll as well.
Every girl here wanna be oh, she's a diva. I feel the same and I wanna meet her.
This next one, probably haven't seen this exercise before. It's like we're doing a dip, all the way in, all the way up. Like dumbbell dips. All the way up, controlled up, resisting down. Trying to keep the weight up high. Just doing one max set, like a lot of these. When I only train 1 or 2 sets of a whole muscle group, that's when I will go to semi-max. We don't always want to train to max though. Hard to recover from. All the way up, resisting. You're trying to keep that dumbbell high. Anything you can burn here. Buys, lats, whole 9 yards. And maxing that out, whatever it is for you. Core strong, nice posture. Stand in the posture that you want to create at all times. And have a little recovery. Loosen up. Do whatever you need to do. I'm borrowing a little bit of a hole here. First exercise, you're gonna come into a kneeling shoulder press. Okay, nice and level, 90 degrees. I'm at about 45-degree angle, but 90 degrees height, doesn't go below the shoulder. Just a 90. We're gonna rep it out. Really keep the shoulder active. If you see that shoulder is not off, both the posterior and the anterior are on the entire time. Because I don't go so low, I'm just going to 90. It stays on and it stabilizes that joint. Once you've maxed out, we go to the other side. Core nice and strong. To 90. Breathe. Try and keep level. Got it mirror, it's better because you can hit 90. You don't go, elbow doesn't go below the shoulder. And then the muscle is on the entire time, which creates that burnout effect. Max and max. And relax. Good little breather. Obviously, you've got to push yourself even more. Do a little superset, you don't need to. Internal, external rotation if you want to really just work those squeaky joints. Just want to think about where do those shoulders go. They can go wide, they can go forward, they can flex, they can extend. Laterally that way, adduction, abduction, with and without weight. And then we want them to be able to roll like we're boxing, surfing, backstroking. So we do like to be able to roll the shoulders as well. Punch, twist through the shoulder joint, pull. So that's why we need that strong rotation in the core as well. All right. Next one, we're gonna do the double. We're gonna come into the Arnold. We take a seat, press. Take a seat. It's just bringing the whole body into it. Getting the whole, trying to train the whole body, because I'm really building momentum through the hips here. Don't overarch the back. Keep the core or the chin tucked, glutes engaged. Another max set. Maxing that out. The core should never go like this. It should be here. Engaged. Everything stays on the whole way up and down. Everything's engaged. Lock and on the down. And you can relax. We're gonna do a little bit of bicep curl in this same position. And we're gonna work straight, 90, squeeze. 90, straight, squeeze, and squeeze. So we've got 3 locations, okay? Hold. Down, 90 degrees. 3, 2, 1, and up. Down, 90, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze, all the way down. So we're basically just pausing halfway at 90. Squeeze, which is hard, and then letting it loose. Core strong, max out set again. The shoulders where you want them to build to. 90 degrees, you're gonna get that joint stabilization. Core's on, glutes are on. And down, and your own pace now. It's a max out set. You know the count. You're getting crazy pump in that bicep now. And now just bring them in, hammer max out. Once you're maxed out. And then if that's too much, alternate. Core strong, shoulder position is crucial. Elbows position is in line, it doesn't move. It's not swinging. Like so. And that should bring you out to a pretty good max set. Similar movement from the hammer position, up, twist, down, and down. So just a 90 degree. Not much rest. Let's go. 90, twist, in, out. 90, twist, in, out. My arms are on fire today. I did surf a couple of hours earlier and I'm feeling it now, my God. Max set, and you're gonna max out That is all I need for today. Could do a little bit more, but I want to recover. And I want to surf tomorrow, I want to box tomorrow night. So even though I've done a lot of max sets, I'll be a bit tender tomorrow. We haven't done too much volume, which keeps the performance high all week, okay? Good in here, good later. We're gonna go back to some yoga poses here. It's gonna be hard for me in the sand. We're gonna max out with a chaturanga push-up. So the chaturanga push-up, hands or shoulders just above the hands, lean over, 90 degree, come back down. We're gonna do one max set of tricep dips or tricep push-ups, chaturanga, and then same on the shoulders, and then our triceps are also done. Let's go. Feel the tricep work. Make sure the weight is on that tricep. Contract the core, don't get sloppy. And then sometimes the knee ones are better because I really feel the whole weight on the tricep. And finish your max out. If you want to do one more set on the triceps, we'll do some extensions. You can use one dumbbell or two. You might get 50 of this weight, you might stop at 20. Let's go. Keep the elbows in. Tap the back. Full range if you can, and then you can kind of do half reps to burn out if you like. Core strong, elbows in, not too flared. And that should wrap it up. Give yourself a hug, pat on the back, roll the shoulders, the neck. Wherever you're feeling a bit much compression. I like this one. Reach forward. Nice big W, chest to the sky. Almost like a cat-cow. In and out, twist the shoulder joint, whatever you need to do. And then you're going to come in to a meditative position and you're just going to go to blank space, nothingness. Find tranquility. Almost just connect with nature. The wind, the ocean, the sand, become one with it. Almost like that vibration is just coming in and out of you with the breath. You'll slowly lengthen the inhale and exhale as you relax, as the heart rate lowers. Breathing into your heart center. Trying to be more heart-led than head-led. And almost breathe in. As you breathe in, the heart and the mind connect. Tao practice, they say when you can get out of your head, you can connect with the heart will lead you, it will guide you. Almost like a navigation system. That is the end of the session from my end, but I encourage you to just sit in stillness, in silence, tranquility, smiling, enjoying tranquility and nothingness. And that blissful